Good afternoon, Facebook. Anthony here with the 9th of the 10 plus 1 commandments for me to run a successful business. So this is all about the Anthony Sparks Show and what I need to do to run a successful business. I just want to share it with the marketplace to get as many cogs turning over as possible so that more of us can run successful business. Eugene, you never miss an opportunity. Peter Moran, is fantastic to have you on board, mate. So the 9th thing that I reckon that we need to do to run successful businesses is to ask questions. And this is a big one for me personally because I've been through opportunities where I've asked some really dumb questions and felt really uncomfortable about it. But if I ask the right person the right questions, g'day Matt, then you get the best result, you get the answers. The flip side of it is to pretend you know everything, to, not have the balls to ask the questions that you know you need to ask in order to get the result that you need to get. And I've been so guilty of doing that in the past, and it's something that I battle with on a continuous basis because for whatever reason, I reckon I need to have all of the answers myself. And to go and ask someone else for help is kind of admitting to being a little bit pathetic. But this is pertinent. I was listening to a podcast from Andrew Griffiths, who was a book coach earlier today. Genius man. G'day, Trevor. Really interesting bloke, great book coach. And he was talking about it's so important to stick your hand up and ask for help in business, but also in your personal life. So when things are going wrong, when things, you're not quite sure which direction to take, you can get caught up in your own emotions. This is particularly important given that we're in Movember right now, hence the big dirty moustache. But men's mental health is often gets way out of control because we don't stick our hand up and say, listen, I need a hand. Can you give me a hand with this? I'm not sure how to do this. I'm not sure if I'm classifying this in the right way. And when we swallow our pride and say, you know what, I'm better when I'm with other people. G'day, Laura Berry, great to see you from Finland, loving it. When we work together as a team, when we actually join forces with other people who have our best interests at heart, who are on our side, we are significantly better. That whole synergy, the sum is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Bond together with people who care about you or give people the opportunity to care about you. I was trying to work out how I was going to pitch this today when I was going to talk about it. Here's what you do. You ask someone for help and it opens up the possibility that they're going to ask you for a hand in the future. So you get to be of service to somebody else. I think we're much better at being of service than actually asking for help. G'day, Georgia. So stick your hand up, ask for help, share the love. Like be the go-to person who doesn't mind helping people out, doesn't mind sitting with someone else's discomfort. You don't have to have all the answers when someone asks you for help. Because quite often what we're looking for when we ask for help is just someone to listen to us without the judgment, someone who's prepared to understand and just go through that discomfort with us. And then theoretically, I honestly believe that often we have the answer within us. But when we sit with somebody else who can reflect back to us or just allow us the space to breathe, to think, to ask great questions, I think that's kind of magical. And I think that's what we as a community need. And I think that also this medium that we're dealing with here, this Facebook, creates the opportunity for us to do that. I had a great experience with a guy who was a student years and years ago, ripping bloke, dropped off Facebook as we often do from time to time. I hadn't realised that the reason he wasn't coming up in my news feed wasn't because he was dropped off Facebook. He'd gone through some personal stuff. Put a message up one day, I reached out, g'day Enza. Reached out, we had a great conversation with him and we're catching up for a coffee in a couple of weeks. Interestingly, he's gone through a similar life experience to me in terms of separating from his wife and that sort of thing, and it's been a tough time for him, and having gone through that, it is a tough time. So if I can be of a support to him, that's awesome. He's going to be a support for me whether he realises that or not. So the lesson for the day is stick your hand up and ask for a helping hand when you need one, because every now and then we all need one, and there's no better opportunity to do that than allowing it to help place. G'day Bob, great to see you mate. Thank you for tuning in. If you're just dropping in now, please watch it from the start. If you've got any comments about how you reckon you should run a successful business, pop it in below. Love to hear all about it. Cheers.